Turning our attention now to the COP22 Summit, Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari has arrived in Marrakech for the summit. He's expected to participate in the opening of the plenary sessions later on Tuesday, and he will deliver his national statement during the high-level segment of the conference. Other African leaders expected to deliver speeches on climate change in their countries include Zimbabwe's Robert Mugabe, Sudan's Omar al-Bashir, Chad's Idriss Deby, Senegal's Macky Sall, and Mali's Ibrahim Boubacar Keita. United Nations Chief Ban Ki-moon has opened the high-level segment of the annual forum. He's commended the 109 countries that have ratified the Paris Agreement.
No country, however resourceful or powerful, is immune from the impacts of climate change. That is why we have seen overwhelming support for the Paris Agreement. It entered into force with breathtaking record and speed. Countries realize it is in their own national interest to take action now.
Right now, for more on the COP22 Summit, let's now cross over to CCTV's Maria Galang, who is standing by in Marrakech with the latest. Maria, we do know that various world leaders are arriving in Marrakech for high-level talks at the climate summit. Which African leaders are being expected and who's already there?
Hi Mahia. Well, African leaders and other leaders from around the world are yet to arrive here at the COP22 village, but there's a lot of security in anticipation for their arrival any minute now. We understand that Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari is in Marrakech, so is Rwanda's Paul Kagame. We're also expecting Alassane Ouattara of Cote d'Ivoire to arrive this morning, as well as Liberia's Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. As you mentioned earlier, UN Chief Ban Ki-moon is also here. He held a press briefing earlier congratulating countries on their speedy efforts to implement this Paris Agreement just a year after it was signed. Now, over the next couple of days, these world leaders, including the African presidents and environment ministers, are going to be reading out their national statements, and these will outline what their countries are going to do to be able to implement this Paris Agreement.
Well, now, Maria, what is likely to dominate African leaders' speeches at the summit?
Well, Mahia, essentially these African leaders are now ready to get down to business, and mobilizing of finance is definitely going to be top of the agenda moving forward. Developed countries have planned to mobilize over $100 million a year to help developing countries in the global south to achieve their climate targets by the year 2020. We also saw the United Nations Environment launch a flagship project backed by China, which is essentially designed to also help these countries in the global south deliver their targets. Now, African leaders here also going to be looking on how they can access climate information, important climate information, and how they can also benefit from green energy. Global warming, Mahia, isn't just the largest single threat to this planet, it's also providing a $3 trillion economy, which is expected to provide jobs for millions of Africans across the continent.
Right, Maria, thank you very much for that update. CCTV's Maria Galang joining us live on the sidelines of the Climate Change Summit COP22 in Marrakech, Morocco, and she will be keeping us updated during the course of the week.